A 23-year-old woman went missing, and it would take security footage to unravel a horrifying chain of events. Get comfy, get cozy, and let's get into this case. In the summer of 2011, 23-year-old Daylene Carlson moved from her small town in Idaho to Stockton, California with her aunt and cousin Cicely. She was only here to pursue a major in child development. Daylene, like most 23-year-old girls, is wild and carefree, always down for a good time, and is a lot of fun to be around. On the night of August 6th, 2011, Daylene wanted to go out on the town and hit a few bars, but her cousin Cicely was running a fever and decided to stay in. Daylene, however, still wanted to have some fun, as she was still new to the area and wanted to get out more. But Daylene's aunt gave her one simple rule: to not be home no later than 1 a.m. So when the clock inched closer to 1, Daylene's aunt awaited her return. She was expecting Daylene to walk through the door at any given moment. But at no time does Daylene open that front door. Daylene's aunt initially just figured she was still enjoying time with friends and lost track of time, as most young kids do. But as each hour passed, her concern began to overshadow her initial assumptions. It was unlike Daylene to defy her aunt's instructions. She told her to be home at 1. She was expecting her at 1. It was one thing for it to be a little bit after 1, like, okay, maybe she's a little bit late. But when the sun had risen up that next morning, this was just completely wrong. Daylene's aunt wants to report this to police in hopes that they would file a missing persons report. But it's way too early in the investigation for them to do so, but they log it into their computer anyway. And in the meantime, Daylene's friends and family put together a small search party to look for the missing 23-year-old. They asked Daylene's cousin Cicely, the one who stayed in because she didn't feel well, what Daylene was wearing the night she went out on August 6th. And she actually had a photo of the outfit she was wearing. Daylene had asked her cousin to take a photo of her so that she could see if her outfit looked good. This is actually the photo that Daylene's cousin took of her the night she disappeared on August 6th. Daylene's cousin Cicely told investigators that Daylene was supposed to be going to a place called Finnegan's Bar and Grill. So they go there and ask to look at security footage, and everything starts making sense. As they review the camera footage, the initial scene reveals a hallway filled with just men, until a woman in the far back corner starts to appear in camera view. Then something happens that catches investigators' attention. A man comes up behind Daylene and puts his arm around her waist. She didn't seem too uncomfortable, but the interaction was short as Daylene disappears into the women's restroom. After this, they look at camera footage from outside as the manager of the bar said that Daylene spent most of her time out there. You see Daylene come out and start talking to a man up against a wall, and it seems like they're having a